This is day 33, and this is the only video I'm going to make today. I can tell you, I'm in a better mood now, but the day didn't start off so great. I was contemplating. I've been thinking a lot about moving to America and building business over there, and there's really good money, like 10 times the margins that we got here in Australia. This is The Sales Game with Josh McKay, helping solar business owners sell more, make more, and work less. And I've been getting stuck in my head about whether I'm trying to move around businesses too much and ideas. I don't know, we have lots of ideas, new information presents itself. I like to consider that information. I just want to make sure I'm making decisions for the right reason. Anyway, I'm building a solar company here in Australia that is startup capital to invest into the business was $10,000. And the aim is to get a business doing $1 million in profit per year. So far, I haven't had to take any more money, but it has been stressful because I probably started in sales a little bit too late. I have now been attending my own appointments. I started door knocking last week and I've attended a couple of my own appointments. Today I got my second sale. On Saturday I got my first sale. So momentum's coming back through, and the sales margins have around 4 to 5 grand in them. So they're pretty good sales. Now it was 4 days. I did 2 hours of door knocking each day, so 8 hours. Generated, I think I attended 5 appointments. I've generated there's another 2 or 3 there, and made $9,000. And it didn't cost me anything because I was doing the door knocking. It's a good model. It's pretty hard to door knock. I'm now considering the idea of bringing on appointment setters. I wasn't planning on going down the door knocking route first of all, but I feel like I've got the strength and the experience there, and I know how to train people in door-to-door appointment setting. I know how to train people to do door-to-door sales. The sales process I've made easier with the offer that we've got and with the open solar, so it would be a little bit of an easier process to go through. I think that I probably will, because the other thing I'm in danger of with my personality type is getting bored. And that's probably why these ideas like America start filling in that any little space that I have that's, could I be doing something else? Even though I was working like pretty full on days last week. So yes, I was only door knocking 2 hours, but that's a nice little snapshot. I also had to drive an hour back and forth, and then I also had appointments, and I was starting my days around 9 o'clock and then getting back home around 7 o'clock, so 10-hour days. We like to think that we would do more than what we actually do, at least I do. I want to share with you what I'm going through and what I've been thinking about as far as this whole America thing as well. It's actually, you know what, it's probably more of a relevant discussion for my podcast. So I'm going to make a podcast on the way out to Turf is a door-to-door term for field. What I'll talk about is what I'm going to do today. So I've already started. I'm already halfway through the day. I didn't feel like making a video earlier today because I wasn't sure what I was doing. And in the end, what I did was a Dr. D. Martini value determination, which really helped me just make sure I'm in line with my values. And it was pretty much the exact same results from 12 months ago, where business is my top priority. Learning, progression, growth, problem solving, creativity, innovation. There's all these things about business that I really love that keeps me there. It's just there's some of the other things like financial stress and things can get in the way. And I think that's part of being human, is sometimes there's a little bit lows. But when you're out of balance, I think you tend to react more from like a survival instinct, especially if you're running low on cash. You tend to be like trying to survive rather than thinking and trying to grow and thrive. There's different parts of the mind that are at play. And so when things happen, when you're in that survival mentality, you react more emotionally to things, and your perception of things is probably not really in line with reality. Whereas when you're in that growth and in that thrive sort of mindset, you tend to take things on as they are and process, problem solve, grow, innovate. And start of the day felt like survival. Towards the end of the day felt more like I'm moving towards thrival. So anyway, I called up the previous clients. I had about 5 phone calls to do. 1 person answered, and that person signed up. Optimistic that maybe I've got another sale there, but right now we're at 2 out of 5 attended appointments, 2 sales out of 5 appointments. Not bad. I believe the numbers will continue because I'm booking good quality appointments. Rather quality over quantity for sure. But if you can get quantity of good quality, that's the dream. So I also completed the second stage of approvals with Jerry. The other day I did the first stage, we're on the second stage. That's pretty straightforward actually, which was a refreshing thing. I've got 2 appointments to attend today. I'm going to do a bit of door knocking between, and I'm also going to be thought processing the idea of bringing appointment setters on. Basically, I know that if I continue to door knock, I'm going to continue to get leads and continue to get attended appointments and continue to get sales. That model is just, it doesn't break really unless I'm broken, and I can fix myself, which is good. What I'm in danger of is getting bored of door knocking. If I'm going to get bored of door knocking, I'm better off, while I've got the energy and enthusiasm and sales and cash flow starting to come through now, I'm better off bringing people on straight away. I know myself, if I don't, I'll get bored, I'll take a break, I'll look at the money that's coming in and it'll be like, I don't need to do anything for a while. I'll probably end up, buying random lead sources and trying them out and seeing if it works, and then probably end up having to come back to door knocking. So the whole purpose of doing Spark Edge was to document the process of a pretty much guaranteed way of making money. I'm going to stick with what I know. I'm going to stick to the door knocking. I'm going to bring people on there, and I'm going to scale that up to a small, probably a team of 3 door knockers and 1 or 2 salespeople. Once I've got that going, maybe I double it. So we've got 6 door knockers consistent, so 2 small cars. I'm not doing the whole van setup that we used to do because it's actually a logistical pain in the ass. Better to have small teams, less time dropping off and picking up and less management between, and then people can just keep each other accountable and we can pit the teams against each other. I think that's probably 1 or 2 door knocking teams with anywhere from 1 to 2 salesperson per door knocking team, depending on how many leads that these guys can generate. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 between 2 teams, basically, and I'll just jump in there. What that's going to provide is a really stable cash flow, and it's basically, as long as we've got people out knocking doors, it doesn't depend on anything else, because we can interrupt someone's schedule. Interruption marketing, it's called. Instead of looking for people that are already looking for solar, we're looking for people that aren't looking for solar, educating them, bringing them along this journey and bringing them into solar. It's not a high pressure sales process too, which I was really refreshed that I totally did not sell high pressure, and I'm getting really good results with that. It's, wow, crazy. You can actually just be a nice person, have a good product and deliver on that product, feel good about it, and not have to really pressure the shit out of people to do things. Even my door knocking process, I'm coming straight in at solar. If they've got an existing solar system, I'm saying, hey, when was the last time you had it serviced? We can check it out for you if you want, it's free. And if they haven't got solar, I say, hey, we're doing solar installs in the area. I'm just talking to everyone who doesn't have solar. See if there's a reason why you haven't got it. And the conversation ensues. And yeah, no hidden. We wear a fluoro shirt. That's been pretty helpful. And I think the only thing that I could probably do to improve my appointment time, which would be fun for the team, is probably get little electric scooters to zip around from house to house. And that way we can go a bit faster. It'd be fun, and it'll be like unique. Like, what the hell is this guy in high vis doing, zipping up to my driveway out in the bush on a scooter? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I not sure about the scooter aspect of it, but I was thinking about it because I could double the amount of appointments I'm doing out in these regional areas. I do want to stick to the regional areas because they're really good quality. People are home, people are homeowners, so it's just a good place to door knock. Small teams mean we can target small areas and we could just double our time. There's a huge walking distance between appointments. So what we'd do is in the morning, we would, before we go out to turf, we'd look at what streets we've got. We'd write down on a sheet of paper all the houses we intend on door knocking, and then we can just have this little sheet on the scooter or in your hand, whether the scooter's there or not, and just go and attend all the houses. And you'd have existing solar or no solar, and you'd know how to pitch from the moment you approach the house. Yeah, that is the safest way for me to build up the revenue. Basically, I want money coming through so we can test new lead sources without it costing, it's going to cost money, but it's not going to cost the business its energy and me the energy. We can test out new lead sources. We can get our appointment centers to call the leads and book appointments as well, so they can diversify their roles. Yeah, the big thing is I want to solve the lead problem. I need to solve the lead problem by throwing money at it and testing lead sources, generating our own leads, pay-per-result marketing, whatever it is. There's options out there, but we need money to test them out because there are going to be plenty of shit ones out there as well. And I want to filter through those ones, and I want to have something that I can share with other people. Hey, these guys are really good at leads. Check them out. That's the plan. The other thing I've been thinking about, I've got a friend who I've asked him if I can borrow money from him, an additional 7.5 grand. From the 10 grand, it would borrow to 7.5 grand. I may not need to. I may not need to. With the sales that are coming through now, I may not need to borrow the extra money, but it's nice to know that I have it. I want to stick to the 10 grand. I can build $1 million profit business every year from 10 grand. I want to stick to that because I want to know, I want a low barrier of entry so that people can see that they can do this when they don't need a shitload of money to do it. And I want to see what time frame I can do it in as well. That's another reason why I want to bring people on, because I can get things done a little bit quicker, and I'm doing things that I already know how to do, so I'm not like testing things. So it's when I start testing lead sources and getting appointment setters on stuff that I'm starting to enter an area where I'm testing. That's what I'm sharing at the moment. I will probably make a podcast just to talk about some of the things I was touching on here, but that's day 33. We'll only do one video today because basically the rest of the day is going to be attending appointments and door knocking, and I'll make a new video tomorrow morning to share with you how it's going. Until then.